Watch as Bill Maher delivers a reality check to other Democrats, pointing out that Kamala Harris is not really that electable. And of course, this was the universal consensus before 5 minutes ago that, yeah, nobody really likes Kamala Harris. A lot of people within the Biden camp didn't even think she was more electable than Joe. But suddenly now you see liberal media circling the wagons. They are trying to astroturf fake support for Kamala, and Bill Maher calls it out. So folks, I'm Vince with Resist the Mainstream. If you enjoy the content, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that we can continue to bring you videos like this. And without further ado, check out Bill Maher's reaction to Kamala Harris being named the likely Democrat nominee.
I just want to be your guide here and tell you what the choices are. Kamala Harris, vice president, will get all of Biden's campaign money. And on the Democrats' best issue, abortion, she's a walking reminder to women that Republicans are coming for the abortion pill. She won't just protect Plan B. She is Plan B. And as a former prosecutor, Kamala was putting criminals in jail back before liberals decided that was a bad thing. And now that CVS is locking the shaving cream behind plexiglass, Democrats are coming around to her again. Harris would be the first woman president, first black woman president, and first Asian president. But I don't vote for who will be the first. I vote for who will win.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, right? You heard the beginning thinking, oh, wait, you know, the Democrats gonna like this segment. Uh-oh.
And for whatever reason, Harris has never been popular. You can count the number of delegates she won in the 2020 primaries on one hand, as long as that hand has no fingers.
Yep.
In 3 years as vice president, she's been quieter than an electric car. And like an electric car, your MAGA uncle can't explain why she fills him with homicidal rage. She just does. Sometimes life isn't fair. It's not fair that she's not popular. She's intelligent and accomplished, and in fact was put in charge of the border. And look at how... Okay, bad example.
So there you heard Bill Maher pointing out some pretty basic common sense truth on Kamala Harris that the media is now suddenly pretending has never been true. You see the segments they are running defending Kamala, they're fawning over her, they're pretending like she's the most popular person to ever exist. But let's point out the obvious. She is the most astroturfed presidential candidate in U.S. history because she did not win a single vote, right? You think back to 2020, the primary that she did run in. As Bill Maher pointed out, she did not win a single delegate. Nobody liked her. She won about 0.5% of the entire vote in that election cycle. But then suddenly she got anointed to be Joe Biden's vice president because BLM happened. And suddenly Biden said, I'm going to choose a black woman. So Kamala Harris got the position. Now in 2024, once again, she did not run in the Democratic primary. She is not the type of person who would ever win a fair election in her life, right? If there was an open primary in 2024, I guarantee you, once again, Kamala Harris would not win the nomination. But what happened? She was appointed to it simply because she was the diversity hired VP. And now suddenly people are pretending like she's so popular. Oh my gosh, she's such a strong political candidate. It is simply not true. Again, the most astroturfed presidential candidate that you could ever have, that could ever exist. A lot of people are comparing her to Hillary Clinton, which I don't think is necessarily inaccurate. I understand. I think they're very similar. I think they're unlikable for a lot of the very same reasons. But at the same time, I would point this out. Hillary Clinton actually won a primary. Okay, she actually won the delegates that were necessary to gain the nomination. And so, yes, is it true that Hillary got a lot of the same astroturfing that Kamala Harris is currently getting? You know, the media just celebrating her because she's diverse and all this. Yes. Is it also true that in some ways the 2016 Democrat primary was fixed against Bernie Sanders when you look at some of the party rules? Absolutely, that's all true. But at least Hillary Clinton can say that she went out there and earned and won the vote of her own party, Kamala Harris certainly cannot say the same. And so, yes, it is in many ways 100% worse. But apparently, if you point this out, if you say that Kamala Harris is a diversity pick, diversity hire for the candidacy, which is completely true, apparently it's racist to point that out, despite the fact that Joe Biden openly said that he picked her because she was a black woman. So by definition, she was a diversity hire for the VP slot. But then on top of that, she did not even win a single delegate. She was literally appointed. She never won the primary. But if you point that out, apparently that is racist. I don't know. Here are some other clips of Bill Maher from even before Kamala Harris was chosen, tearing into her even worse. So take a listen.
And if it's Trump against Biden, the electorate will be so turned off. And also, I'll give you another reason why, a good reason why Biden shouldn't run, the Kamala problem. Now, I like Kamala Harris, but for whatever reason, it just didn't work out, okay? I think she would make a great president of the University of Santa Barbara here.
No, Bill, you're racist. Don't you know? If you don't think she should be anointed to the presidency without winning a single vote, how dare you accuse her of being a diversity hire or saying anything bad?
If Joe doesn't run, then we don't have to worry about her running, because it's hard to get rid of your running mate that you ran with last time. But if you don't run, then that kind of goes out with you.
I sat down with her ahead of the election, and she said this whole election is going to be about democracy and abortion rights. And people looked at those comments and said, what's she talking about?
Well,
she called it.
Oh, lots of people said that.
Well, a lot of people said the economy. No, a lot of people said the economy was going to be everything.
Well, yes, like I said, people thought differently when they got in the booth. Okay, so great, but okay, let me put it another way. Couldn't Biden wind up doing a kind of Ruth Bader Ginsburg thing where he stays on a little too long and takes down the whole thing with him?
Well, we certainly got bad news for Bill Maher in retrospect, because he wanted Biden to step out so that a different candidate than Kamala would be chosen as the successor, only to have Kamala Harris chosen as the successor. Okay, let's take a listen here. Here's the last old clip of Bill Maher talking about Kamala before this entire situation. By the way, a lot more liberals used to say things like this because secretly nobody wanted her, but now that she is there, suddenly they're pretending, no, we always supported Kamala. She's so great, guys. Take a listen.
We make such a big deal, and could you even name what was Best Picture last year? You know, you win, and it's a big deal, and then you disappear, like Kamala Harris.
So there you have it, folks. There is Bill Maher tearing into the fake AstroTurf support of Kamala Harris. Here's my hope, folks, and let's not get complacent, obviously, in the election, but my hope is that this November, the media, the Democrat elites, the elites in general, learn their lesson. That you can't just anoint a fake candidate and you can't just fawn over, oh my gosh, she's so amazing. Look, CNN did a whole 30-minute segment talking about how she was just like Katy Perry or something ridiculous and cringe like that. Let's hope that the American people teach them a lesson. Like, no, we don't support this fake diversity hire crap. You can't just AstroTurf a totally random and unelected candidate to suddenly be popular with the people. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to work. So again, let's show them that. But until next time, let me know your thoughts. And I've been Vince with Resist the Mainstream. Peace.